Hi everyone, I'm Emily Luce, and I'm going to be giving my persuasive speech on the use and values of tongs. In the modern age, we rely on products that make our lives more simplistic because we live very fast-paced lives, and we rely on products that are very versatile so we don't have to own too many multiple products. I found that no product is as versatile or as helpful as a pair of tongs are. Now, I know what you may be thinking. Tongs are mostly a cooking utensil. You use them to pick up hot dogs off a grill or to pick out noodles from a pot. But there are way more uses than just that. Staying in the kitchen real quick, did you know that tongs can be used to help clean out your fridge? As college students, you might forget about some of the food that you have in your fridge and come across some 6-week-old food that you do not want to touch. Reader's Digest of Canada has found that you can use tongs to grab at that food and toss it away. The only worry you'll have after that is the possible odor that food may linger with. Reader's Digest of Canada has also found that you can use tongs to hold on to sponges whenever you are cleaning dishes, because sometimes dishes are not something you want to touch, especially if you forget about them for just a while. Another website called The Kitchen has found that even tongs can be used as a bottle opener, and as college students, that becomes more needed than some people may think. Other uses may come down to food. For animals, actually, did you know in zoos that tongs are used to feed animals such as tigers so that the zookeepers do not get bit? While I'm sure no one here in the audience has a pet tiger, some of you may be an owner of a nippy dog just like I am and come across getting bit whenever you want to feed them a treat of some sort. I have tried this on my own and have found that grabbing the treat with a pair of tongs and giving it to the dog is a lot easier, and you will not get any marks on your fingers. And because many pairs of tongs come with rubber grips or plastic ends, there will be no damage to the pair of tongs or to your dog's teeth. Now, let's steer out of the kitchen for a second, because they have more uses than just around the kitchen, in dorms in general, actually. Say you have a dorm or apartment that has a very high shelf, like me or some of my friends. Sure, to go up to the top shelf, you may stand on a chair or on the counter, but that can be very dangerous. Use a pair of tongs to grab those products off of the high shelves and you'll be a lot safer. It's a lot like whenever you were a child and used one of those toy dinosaur grabbers to grab at things that you needed. Speaking of that, you can also grab things from behind your bed or in very small crevices with a pair of tongs, such as between an oven and fridge or under a counter of some sort. Because, let's be honest, our hands, while they can reach just pretty far sometimes the spaces are way too small or just out of reach. Well, tongs are great for those really small areas then. They're even good for people that are not college students, such as people suffering a disability of some sort or some sort of back problem or arthritis, such as someone elderly. They can use them to grab at things that they may have dropped and not have to worry about bending over and hurting themselves anymore. And even if they have a weak grip, tongs are pretty easy to grasp onto. For example, my own father has shakes and finds it hard to even hold onto a fork sometimes, but I've seen him use tongs and have no problem whatsoever. Now, I know there still may be some worries. Perhaps you're someone that loses things pretty easily. Well, tongs are pretty hard to lose because many of them come with a ring on the end, and those rings can be held up by a hook. So the only other thing you would have to buy is a possible hook command strip so that you can hold it up from there. Even if they don't have the ring on the end, many of them have a midsection that you can just hang them from. And while it's hanging there, perhaps you want to invest in a memo pad that you can hang from the tongs as well to keep you reminding things of the things you may lose, or of just keeping track of some notes. Tongs come in a variety of shapes and sizes, so you can find tongs for any use around the home. And while there are other products around that may be just like tongs, they are not as affordable or as accessible. You can find tongs anywhere, such as a Walmart or even a Dollar Tree for just $1. And for anyone on a budget, that is a great deal. We are college students. We live very busy lives, and even the most smallest and mundane of tasks can become difficult for us because we have to take up time doing other things. Well, not only will a pair of tongs help us in the long run for those things, but it will help us in any part of our home and become a lifesaver in the end. Thank you for listening. I'm Emily Luce once again. Thank you.